this is your reading for Saturday the 20th of June. Thanks for joining me. Let's have a look at what the cards want to offer. Okay, it's my favorite guide here. First card is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Then it's the King of Wands, and then it's the Two of Swords. All right, so let's have a look. The Seven of Swords is about putting yourself in the spotlight, okay? And it's about feelings of grandeur, sometimes of kind of deluding yourself into being something you're not. And the King of Wands here, I mean, he's the epitome of that. I mean, sometimes he can be fabulous, but the feeling I get about him is that he's kind of a butcher at heart, or a post office clerk. Or, you see, this is why I find this deck difficult, because it really forces me to unearth some of these views I have about people on planet Earth, and it's always kind of like scraping the surface. So really what I get is someone who's very boring and very plain. Not that all butchers and post office clerks are boring and plain, but it's just the stereotype of those jobs indicate that kind of energy. So it's someone who's really kind of, who knows they're lacking in some way, who knows they're lacking in terms of personality, and who really try and overcompensate for that to make themselves feel better. Now the problem is, the truth is that this person realizes that they're not perfect, and instead of putting a band-aid on it, and instead of trying to be this hugely entertaining person and escaping and trying to change it, they should really accept that about themselves and love themselves regardless of who they are. It's the difference between, you know, again, I mentioned this in a reading a couple of weeks ago, but it's important. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And this guy realizes today that he's not the most exciting person on planet Earth. And instead of accepting that, he kind of dresses up in a pink getup and says, look at me, how delightful I look. But that's not going to work, because once people look past the getup, they'll still have to talk to him, and they'll realize what he's really like. So rather than get dressed up, he should just take it easy, accept himself for what he is, and learn to love himself. That's the message for today. Learn to love yourself. And this isn't always easy, and I'm guilty of this myself. So for instance, I do these readings on YouTube, and if you watch YouTube videos at all, you'll start to notice there's a kind of community of these 20-something kids on YouTube, mainly. And they do these videos and they do these challenges, and they're all super quirky and fun, and they do little hand gestures to the screen and stuff. And there's a real, for myself personally, I sometimes watch my videos, and my videos aren't so much to entertain, they're more to do this work, you know, the readings, the astrology. So it's okay, but sometimes I think, God, you're boring. And I've watched, there was one astrology video I did, I think for June or May, where I made the actual video a lot longer because I wanted to get into more detail, and a couple of the comments were like, oh, this is so boring. And I just thought, yeah, it is. And I found that hard to accept. So the urge I got was to, you know, start not being myself, and to start being funny, and to start, like, you know, making little gestures and stuff. And I just thought, well, that's not really me though. I don't. So I had a decision to make. Okay, I had to decide whether I was going to be true to myself and possibly try and be entertaining while being still kind of true to myself, or just by going way over the top and just by starting to be silly just to please other people. And I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to try and do my best while still being myself. God, that was a long-winded discussion. You see, I just did it again. It was boring again. So I'm sorry about that, but that's really what I get here for this reading. Is today you may realize something about yourself that you don't necessarily like so much. and you're going to want to change that by either painting your face or wearing cool clothes or surrounding yourself with fabulous people or by taking drugs, you know, to bring out the party person inside of you. I think we all have this, you know, this feeling that we're not good enough by ourselves. And then we have to do something to ourselves to be better. And that's not true for you today. Rather than go down that road, save yourself a lot of time and just accept yourself for the way you really are. Boredom to me is something I really don't like in other people. Self-righteousness is something I don't like. Aggression, excessive vanity. You know, there's so many things that are traits that I don't particularly like. But remember as well, they say if you spot it in someone else, you've got it within yourself. So it's just about, you know, do the best you can, love the way you are, and that's a big ask in our society. God, I'm sorry, I'm going on and on, but you know, we have plastic surgery and we have fashion, and all of those industries are designed to take us from the plain, naked, boring thing that we came to this planet as. And the whole world is structured around that to become something you're not. And the truth here, and what the King of Wands is telling us, if you don't want to end up like me, learn to love yourself now. Save a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, a lot of money, a lot of time. Okay. I'd be interested in the comments for today because 6 minutes and 40 seconds I've been... Okay, anyway. That's the reading for today. I hope you found it useful. If you are struggling with being yourself, then I hope this video possibly gives you a message that it's okay to be you. You know, it's okay to be you. If you have a hunchback, if you're the most bland person on the planet, if you are aggressive, if you fly off the handle all the time, it's okay to be you, despite those character flaws. We all have them. Have a great day. I'll be with you tomorrow. If you want to subscribe, just click on the subscribe button on the channel. And if you want a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com and just click on readings. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.